Hi everyone, I've really enjoyed our conversation over this past week, and thanks again to Colin for being our first weekly discussion leader as we look in broad strokes at the history of museum education, some of the historical figures like John Cotton Dana and Theodore Lowe, and really dig in a little bit in terms of how does that reflect a democratic spirit. I thought that was a really wonderful question, Colin. If you haven't yet contributed to that discussion, please be sure to do that as soon as possible, since of course we're going to be digging into our next topic this week. So Unit 2 really focuses on who are museum educators, what do they do, what's some of their day-to-day practice. So please be sure to download and read the articles that are listed for Unit 2 in our syllabus. Melissa has offered to be our weekly discussion leader this week. Many thanks, Melissa. And so she will be posting a synthesizing question for us to consider no later than this Wednesday, September 18th. And once Melissa has posted her question for us to consider, then we can all jump in with our thoughts and our observations and responses. Of course, be sure to provide references to the readings in your responses and revisit the conversation as frequently as you can over the coming week. As we think about the role of museum educators, I also thought that a useful exercise would be for you just to create what we often call a concept map for museum educators. And it's simply a matter of just taking a piece of paper, or you can do this digitally if you like, putting museum educator in the middle of your concept map, and then writing phrases, words, sentences. You can even draw pictures if you like, about all of the things that you associate with museum educators in terms of what do they do, what is their role, what are their responsibilities. And so I'd like for you to create this concept map. There's more detailed instructions for it in the Unit 2 lessons area. And I'd like you to upload it to the Unit 2 concept map discussion area. You can upload this as a JPEG image or as a PDF file if you've created it that way. And once you've uploaded it, there's no need to make any comments on them, but we'll revisit these concept maps later in the semester and examine the role of museum educators based on what we've learned over the coming weeks. The other assignment that I have for you this week, and I know that you're anticipating this because I've been receiving your images, is our VoiceThread activity called Objects Tell Stories. Be sure to visit the detailed instructions for this. They're actually located in the Unit 1 lessons area, although this is a project that's unfolding over the next couple of weeks. I've created a link to our voice thread that's located in the discussion area that's called Objects Tell Stories. And so be sure to visit that voice thread link. If you don't already have a voice thread account, you'll need to create one. It's free. And following the instructions in this assignment, Objects Tell Stories, this week I'd like you just to go through each of these objects and I'd like you to describe what you see. Make some observations about what these objects are. Do some visual analysis of them. You might even hypothesize a little bit about what they communicate to us, or even a little bit about what who their owner might be in terms of that owner's experiences or interests. So really this week it's just a matter of looking, noticing, observing, and visually analyzing these objects. And then next week we're going to be digging in a little bit deeper, and the owners of those objects are going to add another layer to our conversation. So be sure to visit VoiceThread, create a free account, and make these comments to your different objects that I've uploaded into VoiceThread. So I think that's it primarily for this week. Next week, we're going to be delving into museum audiences and talking about who do museums serve, what are these different audience segments, what are some of their needs, and how can we think about them. So of course, if you'd like to get a jump start on any of those readings, you're welcome to do so. As always, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me by email, or you can post your questions in the course questions area. So let's get started with Unit 2, exploring who are museum educators and what do they do. I'll see you online.